Hello and welcome to the first episode of the RiskWire webcast. We hope to discuss the current trends and developments in the housing market in our webcast. Today, we are going to talk about the shortage of homes for sale in the housing market and why future homeowners are finding it difficult to find their dream house. I'm Reena Agarwal, research economist at Veros.
And I'm Eric Fox, chief economist at Veros.
Eric, we have been discussing about this. Can you tell our viewers why future homeowners are finding it difficult to find their dream homes?
Well, I think that's a really interesting question, and we're seeing Economics 101 can help us answer that question. And you'll see the graph we have, which is just simple supply and demand. If we look at the two lines in blue, the blue shows us the supply and demand that are in the market. So a typical market, as the price goes up, the demand goes down. So that is the blue demand curve. On the other hand, the blue supply curve, as prices go up, the quantity supplied goes up. People want to sell their house when prices start going up. So what we're seeing today is fundamentally different from what we saw back in 2007 and 2008. So back then, like now, we are seeing demand go down. So that is being indicated by the shift in the demand curve to the red demand curve. So the demand is going down for all different price points. And so why is that? Well, I think we all know the answer to that because interest rates are going up from just 3 or 4% a year or two ago to now as much as 7%. So people are just demanding fewer homes. So then what's going on with the other part of the equation, with the supply? Well, for that same reason, supply is also going down dramatically. And you can see that by a shift in the supply curve from the blue supply curve to the red supply curve. Why is that again? Well, again, it's because of interest rates. Over 60% of the interest rates or the mortgages now are at interest rates of less than 4%. So all of these folks who have mortgages at 3 and 4% interest rates don't want to sell their home because that means if they get a new home, they're going to have to pay a much higher interest rate and their payment will be significantly higher. So we're seeing a pretty big shift down in supply. And so now if you look at the equilibrium point of where those two red curves come together, you can see that the quantity goes way down, which is what we're seeing. But we can also see that the prices are going up just a little bit, which is very different than what was going on back in 2007 and 2008.
Well, that is a very interesting and informative explanation about why housing supply is so low right now.
So, Reno, what are your thoughts about the long-term outlook for the supply of housing?
So I think in the coming months, we can witness more of the same as far as the housing supply is concerned. Uh, And I also think that mortgage rates will stay in the 6.5% to 7% range. So those lucky homeowners who have those sub 3%, sub 4% mortgages, they're not going to be in any hurry to put their homes on the market. But hey, life events happen. People are going to get married. People are going to find new jobs. People will expand their families. So we can expect some supply to keep coming from these families. But here is the good news. Uh, New home construction has started to pick up. Builders are noticing that folks out there have come to terms with the 7% mortgage rates, and they are eager to purchase new homes. But the demand is not being met by the current supply. So builders are starting to build more new homes. But the key here is patience, because these homes will take a while to hit the market. Now, here is another bit of interesting tidbit. A whopping 40% of the homes out there are owned outright. What this means is that these homeowners are not bound by those tempting low mortgage rates, but they might want to upgrade, they might want to downsize, or they're just craving for a change of scenery. So we can see some supply coming from here as well. So that's it for the supply. That's going to continue. The housing market is going to see short supply in the near future as well. Thank you for joining us. I'm Reena Agrawal.
And I'm Eric Fox.
Stay tuned for the next episode.